Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, my friends. This is, of course, the one and only. It's the MRC show that never ends. And we're back here for your opening. Oh, well, I don't know where I was going to go with that, to be honest. But your opening Monday night's entertainment. There we are. I'll get my words out eventually. And we're here in the Principality, the jewel in the crown that is Monaco and the Monte Carlo Grand Prix. We've already seen quite an interesting and very technical race on Friday for MRCX, and now we start with the Tier 2 folks before we get into Tier 1 later on this evening. But before we get into qualifying, let me introduce the man who is the wiser of the bees, the busy one out of the two, and the younger one out of the two, which I'm sure you'll appreciate me saying. It's Mr. Pratt. It's only Mr. Baby Hornet. Simon Pratt, good evening. No, I was trying to think of what else I'm going to say. I'm not good. Intros are like, yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to do, and then I just go, no, I'll just wing it. Well, I wanted something else. I wanted to build it even more. Build the hype is what we do, isn't it? I'm very good. Oh, unfortunately, Mark says he can't hear you, unfortunately. I'm not sure why. No, don't know what's going on. So, while Simon rearranges his audio equipment, and hopefully that's all he has to rearrange, we shall see. We've got, well, Chris Bailey's already in the chat saying he dry both sessions. He loves Monaco. I feel I'm one of those sickos as well that quite enjoys it as well. Martin's upset that it's dry race as well, where we saw a lot of rain on Friday evening, and no such luck for Martin, or bad luck for the rest of the drivers for Tier 2 this evening. We're on board with the first man out on track, which is Woomax on his plan lap. All the drivers coming out very early. Monster has been disqualified for blocking the pit lane. I think he may have had a little spin. Nope, he's going. I don't understand that. That is such a shame for Monster, who's come back this evening, missed last week due to a catastrophic family emergency, and we wish him, our thoughts are with him and his family, and it's lovely to see him back this evening and back racing with us tonight, supporting, which we'll see in the race, and we're trying to see now the claret and blue tribute helmet. And like I say, our thoughts are with him, and we wish him all the best. I hope you're getting there, Simon. How are you getting on? I'm sure Martin and Mr. Simba will tell us if you can hear him yet. Waz is also out of the session. He's had an incident somewhere. Wilmax puts in a 112.8 on his first lap. How is the King Kong Anaconda? Oh, Monster, he had wheel issues. No sound from yourself. I'm not sure why. Oh, this isn't good. Anyone? No Simon still. Oh, goodness me. Maybe you need a bit of a game reset, and hopefully you get back in the lobby, my friend. Or out of the party and in the party, something like that. Okie dokie. As we've got the times coming in thick and fast, a few people just putting a few bankers on the board. Horsman sitting the pace at the moment on a 12.43 tenths, nearly ahead of Alex Edric. And Emma Voices absolutely stormed out in a 12.0. I think we're going to see the 11s very soon. Chris, don't worry. The Hornet, the clever one, the smart one will find a way to be back with us this evening.
I'm back.
Oh, he thinks he's back. Oh,
I think
Andrew's
I've nailed it.
We'll soon find out, I'm sure. We're waiting to hear some confirmation. Thomas Hornet pops at a 12.7.
Yeah, I've listened. I am hearable.
Woohoo! Finally, so good evening.
Good evening. How are we?
Oh, we're great. We're great. We're chipper.
Oh, I don't know what's going on with my PlayStation, guys, but I am back.
You're probably a bit quiet. You're not quiet in my ear, so I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I'll tell you what. We'll set the Red Carambo's just said, let me just double check this. Wow, he's put a 12.7 on the board on the medium tyres.
That's disgusting.
It is, and he loves it, man. He loves the street circuit. I'm slightly, if he keeps his nose clean, involved in the usual melee, I'm slightly tipping him. I always fancy riding around a good street circuit like this. He's very, very good. Very, very quick. As your brother has put it into P3 in the other McLaren, so Connor's going to have to, do a bit better. Basically, drive faster.
Yeah. Drive faster, Connor. We know you can do it. I've been in a practice session with you, and you just beat all three of us, so come on.
Yeah. I know you're suffering with confidence issues, but...
Aren't we all after this game came out?
Well, there is that, yes. Am I just... I know Chris has said it earlier, and I did say this briefly in the
I actually love it.
I kind of do as well. I think it's one of those, we have so many tracks, the standard race track that has run-off areas. It has, if you run wide, you don't get penalised. I think we're having issues with the stream coming up there, unless it's my laptop. But I enjoy the technical side, and I enjoy
absolutely
making something, making the car pointy and making it stable. And this is what it is. They were so easy to spin at other tracks and miss a wall and carry on again, and and make a mistake or run wide and everything else. And here, it punishes. Obviously, there's no chance of that. If you spin, your chances are your rear wing's gone, your front wing's gone, and your wheel's going into the swimming pool. But I enjoy the fact that you always focus. And we know from all over the years, a lot of the F1 drivers, especially a particular 7-time. Should be 8-time champ, loves the place, and it's one of those that he enjoys it, and the fact they love that they're on the ball and have to be focused for every single lap, and we've got 39 laps of them coming up very soon.
When you hook up the section after the swimming pool section, when you get that just right, there is no better feeling on this game.
Yeah,
it's just amazing.
Yeah, I enjoy hooking up the first sector through Casino and down to the hairpin and through turn 7 and 8. I really enjoy... Oh, Fanning unfortunately invalidated his lap. As I was going to jump on board, get him. He's just finished his lap. We're going to join a single track. Sneakily has put in a 1:12.1. He was very, very quick on Friday.
Yeah, he was, to be fair.
Yeah.
He was very quick.
So, nixing it with the big boys, and he's another one I'm looking for tonight as well as the Rambo. Who is on a later...
second up on his time at the moment, so this is on for very close to pole.
Who's that?
Ziad.
Ziad, let's go back up to him. There he is. Coming to the end of his lap, because he comes out of the final corner.
There.
It did look very good. There's one you can get greedy. Wow! Wow! I haven't even had a chance to do an onboard yet. It really is. So, who is finishing off their lap? There's Dumas Hornet. Where's Gingini through the tunnel? Sociopath, let's go on board with the Hassman as he comes down the only DRS zone on the lap and into Sandevo. Turn 1, misses the curb a little bit, goes a little bit wide, may have clouted the wall. Is he going to try and continue on his lap? He is at the minute. Oh no, he's bailed.
Dumas Hornet's just starting if you want to jump on board with him.
Let's jump on board the other Hornet. How does he manage Sandevo? Breaks nice and early, takes a little bit of the inside curve, which he can do. Can invalidate though, up the hill through Beau Rivage, turn 2, there it is, there it's gone. And up into turn 3, Massenet takes the wider in sweeping line before turn 4 of Casino Square down the hill, avoids the big bump into Mirabel Hort, as it is called, turn 5. And then downhill into first key, the slowest corner on the Formula 1 calendar. And a bit of a stretch through the Grand Hotel hairpin and Maribel Bass, turn 7 into Portier, turn 8, good point to get a good exit, and he did just that, use all of the track and a bit more of the exit curve through the tunnel, turn 9. It's Bass into, I was going to say sunlight, but the cloudy light into the Novelle chicane, turn 10, turn 11, oh, gets a little bit twitchy on the rear, oh no! Chris, that was so unlucky. He was looking a very, very nice lap as well.
That was looking a great lap, to be fair, and I don't say that easily about my brother.
No, you don't like to. So let's have a look at Floppy Loppy next along into the Neville chicane. How does he takes the bouncy curve on the exit, which he can do quite nicely. Up towards turn 12 to back. Nice lift through there. Not as flat as it used to be. through Louis Chiron, the PC in the pool section. There's 15, there's turn 16. Easy to get it wrong there into turn 17. Larascas, most infamous corner before he's bailed, before Anthony Nuge, which is turn 18 and turn 19. So bailed on that one. I have jinxed everybody I've gone on board with so far, so we're doing well.
That's what commentators do. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's one of our little skills.
Martin says your mic is cutting out a lot.
Ah, not sure why.
No.
Oh dear. I'm not sure. It might be a YouTube issue. I think it is. I think we had a... I had the stream up and it was buffering a little bit. Oops, I'm on the pit button there for some reason. Yeah, it was buffering and whatnot a little bit. As Rambo is half a second up through his first sector. He's now on the soft tyres, a little bit wide through the hairpin. Took a wider line. And cars, F1 cars in general, usually have to have a special steering rack fitted for this Grand Prix, so they can... Oh, Ryan just tried a little bit too greedy through the chicanes, invalidated his lap. A bit more time though, you'll be able to pit and come out again. What can the Ferrari and Night Shadow is on a slow lap? But yeah, they have to fit a special steering rack to allow the car to actually get through the hairpin. F1 cars, the turn circle is, as we know, appalling. It is like a boat. Our voice is nearly 2/10 up on his lap time. This can move him back up into second. It was a little bit wide to the exit of Vasquez, but that's absolutely fine. How does he take the final corner? Very nicely. And powers down. DRS open towards the line and does a 1:11.6. So does improve.
Very nice lap.
Was.
Jacob's 8/10 up.
Ooh, where is Jacob? He is down currently in 18th. Sorry, I'm skipping all the way down. Went the wrong way. As he comes into Larascas. Keeps it in second gear. You see a lot of drivers taking third through there.
Kick, but...
Was a little. What can you do? 1:13.8 moves him up to 16th. Very respectable lap time.
Two Mercedes together.
Yep. Ziad pretty much level, little bit down on his first sector. He's not going to be too worried about that, I would imagine. Knowing that he's got a long way through the lap. There is a car ahead of him though, a Ferrari. And she will move out of the way. It could be, well, I'm not sure actually, both Ferraris are out on track at the moment.
And Ryan does a 1:11.8.
Good lap.
Good lap. To P4.
And that was his second run on those softs after he unfortunately invalidated his previous time. Ziad, I think, has bailed his lap. He has bailed. He has lost a bit of time. What can Wu Max do? Currently in third. Goes through the tunnel.
Gav's bailing.
Time now for drivers to do one. I think we're going to see a mentally mad flurry towards the end of the session. Hopefully, Monty, you'll get your wheel up and running before the race, my friend. Wow, takes everything and a bit more. Coming through the end of the swimming pool section. Raskas looks very neat, very tidy. Keeps it, he does go into third.
P4.
Yep, great lap from him. What can Wu Max do? Is he going to challenge Ziad? He does. Oh, he was very slow in the last sector. He must have missed that.
Very good.
So Ryan's in another lap, and he's just bailed. Looked like he was very close to his previous time. Who's coming through? A lot of drivers in the first sector. The next person on a lap, actually, who's on a lap now is Mr. Edens. He is up on his lap time. Now he's down on it. He is recharging though. So maybe he'll be going again.
Oh God. Not a lot at the moment.
Oh. So yourself, Simon, like me, enjoy the technical... Yeah, I'll start that again. We enjoy... I'm not doing well tonight. The technicalities of this track.
I do,
If there is a corner that you like out of all of the corners, all the 19 or so corners, yes, unfortunately. Oh, Carl goes very wide there. It was in the hairpin. Unfortunately, it seemed to take it a bit hot, and it's ended badly for Fanning. What is your favourite corner around here? Well, which is your favourite corner?
I would probably say it would be a series of corners right at the start of the second sector. The third sector, sorry.
Yeah, so that the swimming pool section that we're just watching, Carl. I have to... Oh, Carl got a big slide on. To do that. And I kind of have to agree. If like you mentioned it earlier, that if you nail that, it's so satisfying.
It's the best feeling you can get on this game when you hook that series of corners up. It's just so fun.
It is. It just feels like you're going through, say, the S's at Jeddah or Japan. Yes, it's slower speed, but because the barriers are, well, there. You're right. It just feels amazing.
It's the perfect combination of, if it goes right, it's amazing, but it's still terrifying because you're inches from a wall at any given moment.
Yeah, you kind of don't know that you've got it right.
No, you don't know you've got it right until you come out the other side and you go, oh my god, I nailed that.
Yeah, it's one that if you just get that touch too greedy, that touch more confidence than you really should have. Totally agree with you. It's, Sociopath is glitching like there is absolute. That's giving me a headache.
Oh, no. Don't like that.
No, Martin has invalidated his lap. He's going to recharge and go again, I feel. He has got a car behind. He's got a very fast Genie coming up behind him. Martin does get out the way. Hopefully he didn't upset Rob's rhythm too much. Rob takes a nice wide line through the last corner, I've noticed, to get the drive towards the line. And what can he do? He's going to P9 and moves up to P6. Good improvement.
Ooh, very nice lap.
Yeah. So
why did Ziad leave the session? Did he feel confident or did he crash out? I missed that.
Don't know. I saw him retire. I don't know if he's left. I'm not 100% on that one. Oh, Martin got a big lock up the top of the hill. Oh, into Massenet. That's ruined Martin's lap time. He's going to be kicking himself slightly with that one. What's Ryan doing? A 10th up currently. This could jump him right up. So close from 4th to 7th. Half a 10th between them all.
It is really, really close to qualifying here today. I mean, 1st to 11th is a second.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, we sometimes see that when it's a short track, and this it is a short track, but because there's... Oh, Ryan gets... Wow. Going through there, what does he do? A 12-0 doesn't improve, and he's the first to see the checkered flag, or one off the first. Genie is up on his lap time, he's bailed with that. Sociopath's done. Alex, what's he do? He's down on his lap, so who's next? Hosepipe. It's not going to be leaky today. We have a dry session as the Haas has decided to... Well, that's one way of bailing out the way. Go straight into the wall at Raskas.
Hornet doesn't improve.
Who's right? 4th for Hosepipe. We said it was tight.
Big lap.
Yeah, really good lap there. Who else is next?
Gatian goes to 9th.
I saw somebody jump. Night Shadow not going to improve his lap time. He's done for the session. Last 5 so he's done for his session. Stubbs invalidated. So there we are. Ziad takes another pole position. And only a 10th behind him is Womax in 2nd. Evervoice in 3rd. Hoseman in 4th. Then the two Hasses on row 3. Alex and Sociopath. Genie in 7th. Ryan in 8th. Gatian in 9th. Night Shadow in 10th. Single track down in 11th. He is going to be a little bit upset about that. But we saw what a great race he had on Friday evening. Floppy Loppy in 12th. The dumbest of the bees in 13th. Fanning in 14th. Carl in 15th. Fire Rooster in 16th as a late substitute. Stube in 17th. And Connor in 18th. Wazza didn't get a lap in. And unfortunately Monster, for some unknown technical reason, apart from his wheel, is disqualified and will start at the back of the grid.
Yeah.
So we have a number of safety cars. It is on... I think you did, Mark. I think you weren't far off 11th, actually. You're right. On Friday. And did need a chance for a victory. But we had quite a few safety cars due to the way... But they are on reduced now. So we're here.
That will help, hopefully.
I hope so. And I can't remember... part of the damage it is. Oh, that's weird. The monster's R2 and L2 buttons jammed, so you're stuck looking backwards. That's not ideal. You're not going to get very far looking backwards.
Well, unless you drive the whole thing in reverse.
I mean, you probably will see that you won't get any front wing damage.
No, indeed. You might get a bit of rear wing damage, but if you're going backwards, then how much difference is that really going to make?
Yeah, exactly. So there we are. No penalties or good penalties this time round. Quick rundown so you can find your names and see where you are starting. 3.2 seconds separate the grid. Quite a decent gap, you'd have to say, but 12 places separated by a second. So hopefully, Andrew, you've got your buttons sorted.
Yep. Hopefully.
You'll be able to race, but we have got sunshine. There is no formation lap again, folks. We know the patch has just come out today. We haven't tested it as yet. We are going to be testing it tomorrow, but there are no formation laps for tonight for Tier 2 and Tier 1. Just to be safe, we'd rather be safe than sorry. So we are going to be heading straight into 39 laps around the Principality. And we haven't even got to half of my notes yet. I mean, that's pretty good going.
Yeah, it's not bad. Plenty of time to get through the rest.
Oh, certainly is.
I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to go for what strategy around here. Because that's the big thing around Monaco is strategy. You've got to play a good strategy, and it can win or lose you the race big time around here.
Yeah, you're right. We'll find very shortly. But now we've got 4 and 5 red lights, and we go racing, and they're off. So yeah, with a really good start, strong from second place, but already our voice is trying to come up the inside this. I think it was Alex and Horseman. It is side by side. There seems to be 2-3 cars going through Sandy Road, but everyone seems to make it through. No, it wasn't. Connors had a spin, and Connors unfortunately dropped to the back of the pack. But everyone seems to be really well behaved.
I'm seeing any big issues yet.
Not looking pretty good. We're going to try and go down the park. Let's have a quick look. Well, they're all being well behaved. I tell you what, Alex and Husband, Genie jumped sociopath. Carl beat Fanning off the line and Stube. And Monster up 2 spots as well. So good start from them. Everyone else line astern as they were in their grid slots. So tyres. Wow, we've got a different. Ooh, okay. So Zeta Works have gone for the hard. So has the hose pipe. Loppy, Stu, Fibers, and Monster all gone for the longer strategy. Mediums for a lot of the pack, and 2 drivers, Alex and Nightshadow, on the soft tyres.
That's a bold strategy going for the soft tyres around here to start on, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think hopefully they were looking for maybe some traction off the line and seeing what they can.
Oh, Fanning hit the wall hard.
Oh, he got some damage. He does. He's pitted straight away. That's really going to hamper his strategy. But I tell you what's going to hurt, or potentially hurt later on, is Stube is now the lead of the Mercedes guys, both on the hard tyres. And if they're going to be like this, nose to tail, it's going to hurt them when it comes to the round of pit stops. Monster's dropped off the back a little bit. Connor's had to pit as well. It's not such an issue. I mean, we've got some of the strategies there, hard to mediums, and then medium, soft are the possible race strategies. There are, of course, more in this game, as they just opened up a second already.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't actually know what strategy I would choose, to be honest, around here.
In my practice race, I went for medium tyres, and they seemed to work quite well at the start of the race, I found.
Okay. I think the problem around here, you can overheat them quite easily and quite quickly.
Tyre pressures have been a nightmare to get
right.
Oh,
Stube's out!
Stube's out! Oh,
We've got a virtual safety car down at the Niveau chicane. I'm going to have a look, see if we can see on board. They're quite quickly at the minute, haven't they? They did this on Friday. And look at that, Ryan and Alex and Nightshadow have already pitted, and Gareth's got 5 seconds. How has he managed that? That's so unlucky for speeding in the pit lane. Frank thinks we're going to have a safety car Grand Prix. Hopefully not. Hopefully they'll be well behaved. So let's have a quick look. These guys were quite high up, so they've gone different types Ryan's gone for, and Loppy have gone for the mediums. We know Fanning has got speeding under the virtual. I think he just got caught. He'd have got caught under Rascas. That's where he is at this moment in time, and I think he'll have just got caught and has now got a drive-through penalty. So unlucky for Fanning.
Rumax has had a nice little restart out of the VSC, actually.
Yeah, he's
gone
got a couple of
1.6 back to 0.8.
Yeah, timed it absolutely perfectly. And round here, I think it's going to be... I don't know if Sayed jumped the curb a little bit there. We saw a few drivers invalidate their qualifying lap times.
Yeah, we did.
Potentially looked as he was a little bit fine. As they come through, I'm going to call it Simon's section from now on.
Tell you what, Sociopath is right on the back of Genie here.
Yes, and there's a few gaps for him, and there's single tracks up to 8th due to other people pitting. He's on the back of Gatian. Bit of a gap to Thomas Hornet. And there were gaps, and then there were people in close proximity. Genie's now closed onto the back of Horseman under a second as well. Let's go and have a look at this little fun technical battle, as we're going to call them. Not necessarily dive for an overtake, but it's going to be who can keep the grip. Who can we force somebody wide? Can you force somebody to outbreak themselves at one of those places that there is an escape road, such as Mirabel Heart there? Hopefully. And it's strange, we go to this helicopter shot around the hairpin, and you lose all sound. I noticed it through qualifying. I don't know if it's because they're so far away, there is no sound on there. Night Shadow and Alex having a good little battle further on. They managed to get past. And chasing down monsters on the back of Wazza. They were behind each other at the start. Actually, I think Wazza's got past Monster.
Yeah,
Connor is about to be lapped. He actually is about to be lapped. You are correct, Mr. Sullivan. And I hope you're well. And another call to one of our other drivers who's suffering a little bit. Oh, crying out loud. Connor has retired from the session. I think he's gone straight on at turn 1. Has he? Where is his car? He has.
Yeah, he's in the wall.
He's in the wall.
That's unfortunate.
It is. Virtual safety car again. Okay. So, I think they forgot after firing to fuel the safety car.
Yeah.
But we've
I'll tell you who's actually got really good pace is Genie.
Oh, Ryan's speeding as well. He was going to be on the back as well. Yeah, right, Genie has got... Dumbest Hornet is gone.
Out.
Where? Oh, there's a safety car's out. Oh, we had this before and it was safety... Oh, there he is. Oh crikey, he's lost everything, I think.
Left.
Wow. This is horrible for Cyrus because he's stuck behind the safety car. He will get let through. The safety car will stop at the exit of the next mirror outside of Portier. But yeah, we have a full safety car. It's not showing yet, and I think that may be why Ryan got the drive-through, and I think he's pitted, potentially trying to get rid of it, and he won't be able to yet.
No.
There he is. So yeah, it does move out the way of the safety car, so Cyrus can get through. And where is our leader? He's coming through final corner. So 3 retirees so far, 5 laps in.
Monaco is a car killer.
Yeah, certainly can be.
It's one of those slow and steady races. You don't have to be quick. It's very hard to overtake. You just have to be consistent.
And put your car in the right place, as we saw, I can't remember the year now, where the Mercedes, of course, put Lewis Hamilton on the, well, he described as the wrong tyre that wouldn't make it to the end, and by putting his car in the right place, managed to hold off a charging, rampant Red Bull for about...
And Danny Rick did the same in 2018.
He certainly did, and that's all important. So, are we going to see the same today? Potentially. And I think we may see that as well in Tier 1 later on. But it's not been a good start and a good evening so far for the McLaren boys. Both unfortunately haven't made it 5 laps, and there we are, the safety car has now picked up the leader who got caught by surprise there. A little bit. I mean, that would have been interesting if he got squeezed into the wall by a safety car. That really would have been an incident for the ages. I don't know how the stewards would have deemed that one.
I have seen a car DNF'd by a safety car before, so that was interesting.
Yes, I've seen that once or twice as well. Yeah, you're right.
There's a gentle about being taken out by the safety car.
Yeah. Have you? Yeah, Morgan doesn't like me bringing it up, but Morgan did that as well. I'm not sure where it was exactly.
That was exactly the one I was thinking of. I think it was Monza?
That's a good shout, actually. Could have been Monza. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. But speaking of the McLarens, the driver to win the most round Monaco is a former McLaren driver, of course, Mr. Ayrton Senna. Won 6 times in total, 5 times in a row, for enough, from 1989 through to 1993, and including probably one of the greatest on-board qualifying laps you are ever going to witness, where he pretty much did it one-handed while changing gear. That was...
Oh my lord.
It was incredible. Best lap of all time. So who has won it, Mr. Pratt?
Yes.
5 times around the 1960s and was nicknamed Mr. Monaco.
The 1960s?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, I don't like when this game is turned around on me. I always do it to other people, like... 1960s.
Answers on a postcard, folks.
Graham Hill?
You've seen the YouTube chat. It was Graham Hill. Won it 5 times in the 1960s, came known as Mr. Monaco and the King of Monaco. Won it.
There you go.
Yeah. What other fan facts have we got here? We have got... Did you know it was the 1 out of 7 venues that were in the inaugural F1 World Championship calendar in 1950?
Wow.
And has never, well, changed, really. It did undergo a few adaptations for safety reasons, as I'm sure you can expect, through the 1970s, including the Armco barriers along the harbour, because it was not uncommon and unknown for drivers to kind of end up in the back of a yacht.
Yeah.
And join Kimi Räikkönen.
I was going to say, I think that's the most iconic moment in Monaco history, is DNFing and Kimi just going, do you know what, I'm just going to go sit on a yacht.
Yeah, I'm not going to go back to the team. I'm not going to go and discuss things. No, I'm just going to go back to my yacht and have a beer.
Yeah, I'm just going to chill, have a beer, let the rest of them race it out. I'm fine.
Exactly. Just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And of course, infamously, when Senna was leading by a large margin, and reportedly was told to slow down, eventually was told at the wrong point to slow down, and actually crashed at this point here through Mirabor with about 20 to 30 second lead, and went to his apartment and was not seen for, well, the rest of the day. He reportedly went, and because he was such a passionate man, he bawled his eyes out and was crying as he left and just went straight to his apartment.
Wow.
Because he is, yes. So, I think it was Ron Dennis was his team, the principal at the time. So he's got a lot of answer for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, 2019 it was when Hamilton did it. 2018, as you mentioned, for Ricciardo. And the safety guys in this lap. So Ziyad now is the de facto safety car. And the hard compound tyres, don't forget. So there's going to take a little bit of warming up. Hopefully he's going to have that front end grip that he's going to need, and this rear traction as well. When does he go? When is he going to go? He goes now outside the last corner. Doesn't keep Womack's napping. Womack knew exactly what was going to happen. But difficult, and they have caught everybody snapping a little bit. Oh, Ziyad takes it. I would have to say a pretty much perfect turn 1 through there. We've got good evening, Mandy, good evening, Speedy Bullet, and Cubing Enclosed. Please tell us if you're in Discord and what your name is, because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, to be honest.
Oh. But good evening to you. Yeah, every time we go to the hairpin, it does the far shot. We lose all sound. It's a very strange one.
Really bizarre.
It is. It's really weird when you're talking and you've got no background noise at all. But Ziad is half a second away. Everybody's dropped to about 9-10, so is Hoseman, but he's got the Genie in the bottle right behind him for company, as he was in the early stages of Sociopath as well. Doesn't seem to be glitching as much, but pushing Genie round at this point. Don't forget, folks, there's 3 likes. Yeah, I think you're right. He has. Don't forget, folks, leave a like. There's 16 of you. Only 16? Wow. That's depressing. You should be doing... Get the share button hit. Everybody hit the share button, get it out there, and hit the like button.
Link in the Discord.
I think I did. I hope I did.
Oh, you did my job for me. Well done.
I think I'll just do it by... Oh, Genie gets a bit of a twitch. I think actually it might even be Horseman who got a twitch going up the top through Massenet, and Genie had a little bit of a look, but it's difficult to go through around the casino and out into the hairpin.
Tell you what, Genie's got those tyres working now. He is so much more confident under braking than Hoseman.
He does on the mediums compared to Hoseman on the hard tyres, but Genie has the ERS working. But I tell you what, Hoseman is quick in a straight line. Very quick through the tunnel section. Genie's trying to get the run out of the chicane. Can't get it down on the run to Tabac though. As Night Shadow's gone back through on Floppy Loppy. So now the 2 Ferraris, Line Astern in 13th and 14th. Ryan 13 seconds off the back of the pack. Not sure if he pitted again.
Yeah, he probably got his drive-through done, didn't he?
He did have a drive-through. Good point. And I think Fanning has taken his as well. So DRS is now enabled, but 1.6 seconds the gap at the front. 1.4 now. Error Voice 1.3 back, and Hoseman is 2.2 off the back of Error Voice, with Genius, Sociopath, and Gatian for very close company. Fire Rooster keeping Wazza and Monster, who haven't pitted yet, under company. He's got Single Track and Alex as well. So a lot of trains forming. Yeah. A lot of fun. And I tell you what, Gatian is closing that gap onto the back of this little pack, and there we have the next train behind the Mercedes of Fire Rooster. There we are on board. Genie again decides not to use as much of his ERS this time round, because I don't know, I wonder if he's just waiting to maybe try and undercut on the mediums. What's happened to Wazza? What happened to Wazza?
No.
I'm not 100%. I think he had an issue and Monster's gone through, and I think he just about kept ahead of Single Track. No damage to
the move done on Single Track again.
Gatian's out. Oh, into Raskas. He's taken... That's another full safety car. Leaders have passed.
Yeah, it is so easy to miss your braking point for that corner.
It really is.
So easy.
Yep, and then you just think, actually, no, I'll be able to get round in second or second gear or so, and it tightens on you so much. Yeah, you're just in the wall.
Yeah, one of the many, many horrible parts of Monaco.
Yes, it is. What interests me about Monaco is that it goes, obviously it is one of the richest principalities on earth, other than, especially in Europe. But it goes through such a variety of sections, the track. You know, you've got... It's amazing how they transform this area of Monte Carlo over the week. Well, actually, it takes quite a bit longer to put the barriers up and the run through the streets, as a lot of this, especially where they are now, where the leaders are, is pedestrianised.
Yeah.
And they run through, well, you're basically going down a shopping centre, is what you're doing.
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
And it's fantastic how they make the changes and have the crowds that they do every year, and you never hear any issues. And of course, they used to hold practice on a Thursday, didn't they? And then open the roads again on a Friday.
Yeah.
I don't think they did that this year, did they? I'm sure it was...
No.
I'm sure they did it on Friday.
Saturday, Sunday, I think.
Yeah, which was unusual. I mean, you just love... Wazza has got a drive. He didn't get under safety car, and he's pitted. So that's just really unlucky right at the entrance to the pit lane.
Yeah, just mistimed his pit lane entry, unfortunately.
Yeah, what's interesting, Sociopath and a Horseman have both pitted. They were fighting with G.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of taken away Rob's chance of an undercut. He stayed out on the medium tyres, whereas we know Horseman was on the hard tyres. Sociopath's got ahead of him, though. Not sure how that happened, if there was wing damage.
Could have been wing damage for Hoseman, yeah.
Easy to do, though, around here. You just have to kiss the wall. Is the safety car going to try and wipe out Ziad this time? No, it is not.
Broke nice and early that time.
It, yeah, once bitten, twice shy.
I reckon Genie's probably just got lots of life left in his tyres, to be honest.
Yeah, if you can get that setup working, to observe that life, and he did look very smooth through it, and very smooth on the throttle. I think, he could go quite deep into this race.
I mean, I managed 22 laps on my mediums earlier, and that's without safety cars, so I mean, you can take them quite far if you look after them.
Nice, very nice. Let's have a quick look at the pit stops while we're under safety car. Single Track is the leader of those who have pitted, so he's in a great place. Head of Alex, Night Shadow's pitted twice, and he's still in good place in 10th. Fanning pitted twice, Red Car 3 times. He's seen pretty much more of the pit lane than fast laps, I think.
Oh, it's so unfortunate.
I know, it's alright, I can take the mick out of him. He'll just tell me where to go next time, I'll just have to buy him a pint.
Yep, indeed. That's always a good way to make it up.
Yeah, that normally works. So, looking at the tyres.
Yeah.
This... Normally we like to make assumptions or guesses and predict. And right now, I'm kind of stuck.
Yeah.
On the basis that Martin's had 8 laps, Alex has had 11 laps on his hard tyres, which isn't much more than, of course, the leaders.
No.
Sociopath and Horseman and Was It probably going to be able to go to the end, especially on those mediums that you've mentioned.
Yeah.
Ryan probably has to go again. He's on the softs. Loppy's had 11 laps on his mediums. He pitted early on, so he will have to pit again. It makes me wonder if single track single track Carl on 8-lap-old hards will have to pit again.
So what lap should they pit then? They would have pitted around lap 6. 33 laps on a set of hards might be pushing it just a bit.
Yeah, unless they're planning on or hoping on a later safety car and can use a set of softs.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, especially on the medium tyres as well. But the safety car is in. Ziad, is he going to get a jump this time on Womack? Let's look back from the Red Bull. Goes in the same spot. Womack's really got a good exit. Saw it coming. Everybody was hampered because he hadn't made the last corner, so he's dropped to a second behind. But Womack and Ziad safely through all line astern. Nobody doing anything untoward into the first corner. And we've got a train behind. Error voice. How quickly this time on can Genie fire up those tyres? Fibers has found himself up there. Oh, goes a little bit wide. Is that going to leave an opening? He cuts across and doesn't leave an opening for Monster. Trying to go on the outside into mirror pause. He left enough room the side by side. He does. What a move from Monster.
Absolutely amazing move.
What an incredible move that was. And these are both on the hard tyres.
Yeah.
Absolute opportunistic. Thought he'd cut it off at hard fibers to avoiding the hump. But look at this. This is Martin's side trying to put his nose on the outside going into the chicane. Can't quite make it. The Haas of Alex is also having a little bit of a look. Can't make it. That was all very fair driving. Oh, Ryan has got a 30-second penalty. Not going well for Ryan tonight.
Not his day.
It's certainly not. I'll tell you what. That move. Oh, there's a few drivers. I think Monster as well has clipped the wall. He's got wing damage. He has. He's had to pit, and so has Firehoost as well. I think he had wing damage. So I'm just clipped the wall. Monster, that is so unlucky because what a move that was. Oh, that was such a great... What an opportunistic move. That was fun.
That was amazing.
Wow. That is a very tight part of the circuit. I mean, all of it is, but that is especially tricky. And yeah, great fairness and awareness as well. I tell you what, Night Shadow's quicker than his teammate as well. He's stuck behind Bit. He can't get the move done. Carl is not letting his teammate go at this moment in time. There is a bit of a train. Well, there's quite a train forming.
A little bit of a contact there from Night Shadow.
Yeah, I thought it looked like that way a little bit.
Just a little love tap.
Yeah, just said, excuse me, do you mind?
I'm here, could you let me through, please? Thank you.
Yes, exactly that. Single Track's got a good bit of clean air now. He's got, because of the battles ahead with Monster, and nearly! Sorry, that was Sociopath, I think, having a look at Floppy Loppy and nearly getting it wrong and squeezing the Nervous chicane. Luckily managed to just about get the car stopped, and enough room was given. That could have ended in tears.
Can very easily end in tears around here.
It can. Well, I said the gap was 4.4 seconds. The gap is now 3.7 seconds. He's dragging Alex along with him, his Single Track.
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned 8 laps on those hard tyres. I think Alex is on the mediums. Have a double quick check. Nope, he's on the hards as well. All the hard tyres. Well, I said Martin was quick on Friday. The dropping Carl. Sociopath and Loppy. Sociopath's got past Loppy.
Yes.
At the top of Massenet into Casino. How on earth he got that done? We missed. But it's a brave move. So I think we've seen potentially 2 overtakes.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah. Which
is still quite a lot for Monaco.
yeah. And it just shows that, everybody's 3-second penalty.
Oh, he's feeling the pressure from Genie a bit, I think.
Yeah, that'll be the Nervous chicane. Look at Sociopath now pushing the back of Night Shadow. He's on the hard tyres, but the fresh, hard tyres. He got the jump on Horseman, so he's going to be wanting to really make the move. And he's in a very good position at the moment. Everyone else is going to have to pit. 3.1 seconds, 3.3 for Single Track now, closing that gap all the time. Carl is kind of getting left and holding all of these guys up. This is really, really hampering Sociopath and Horseman for their potential strategy. I don't think really. Do you go into this race with a strategy?
I think you have an ideal strategy, but you just can't rely on anything at Monaco. It's just whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, exactly.
And you've got to be willing to react.
Yeah, and I think it's the look of where you are on the track as well, isn't it? When the safety car, as it always is. But that gap 2.7 now. He's taking nearly a second a lap out of Single Track.
Yes.
Dropped Alex a little bit there. Dropping Carl. There's Red Car's DNF from the session. Where's that? I'm not sure where that is. Oh, the exit
just down towards the hotel.
Yeah, and we've got. Oh, I think he must have got twitchy, or he might have been in a bit of a battle. That's so unlucky. It's not been his day of. I shouldn't have tipped him. So it's only a
Genie, do you pit now?
You're going to end up around Wazza, behind this train that Carl's leading.
And I think you'd have to go for hard tyres.
Yeah, I think you would. It's ended. It's gone. But I tell you what, everybody's pitted as it's gone green.
Oh, that was unfortunate timing.
It was. That was not a very long virtual safety car. Ziad's got a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, that could be huge.
That'll be a turn 1, and he's got Womax. You said it earlier. The virtual. He got a great jump. He's done it again.
Womax is just timing these virtual safety cars to absolute perfection.
He really is. But let's have a look. Single Tracks also timed it really well. 1.8 seconds.
It's getting really tight at the front now.
I think Ryan suffered a few glitches. He got a drive through when he was in the pit lane.
Oh, God.
And I didn't see the rest of it, unfortunately. Yeah, he's not had a good one tonight. Alex has closed the gap a little bit through the virtual safety car, but there he is, Single Track. That gap, don't forget, 4 seconds only a couple of laps ago, and now only 2 seconds after it. Ziad really cuts the corner there, so that might be a warning. Same with Rumax. He might have got away with it a little bit. But now we've got a Haas and an Alpine on the hunt of the Aston Martin, which of Genie. And, the Haas goes a little bit wider. Yeah, Alex did go wide through Simon's section and gets a 3-second penalty for his troubles. Really dropping Carl now. This is going to... Oh, hang on. What did I see there? I think Alex went a little bit deep into... He did into Raskas. We could have waited the wrong time and is now pitted. So that's allowed Single Track to breathe a bit of a sigh of relief. Doesn't have to look backwards. He can just look at where he's going now. And if he can... A little bit slidey through turn 1. on the front there, but this is hurting Night Shadow so much.
It really is. I mean, the thing is, Night Shadow was literally pushing Carl around. Now he's got a little bit of a gap.
I think he's just biding his time, maybe trying to save some of his tyres, and hoping Carl potentially realises, hang on, he's a bit quick here. Play the team game. Allow. Oh, there's a nudge. As Carl is very, very slow. Oh, there's a nudge with Sociopath trying. That's not a place to move, and they get a little bit antsy there. I'd have to say Sociopath was a bit. I think he forced his way. Sorry?
That was optimistic.
Yes. I'd have to say he forced his way alongside by causing a few twitches. Oh, there's a well, no, that was Holzman. Got the rear stepped out massively, and Fannings got through Loppy because Loppy was very much hampered. The rear of the Alfa Romeo really stepping out. That nearly ended in tears, but luckily at low speeds managed to gather it up and keep it out of the wall. Yeah, you're right. Gav's kind of dropped back a little bit. Has now got Sociopath still pushing him round.
Yes, yeah.
Loppy has decided to pit after getting hampered there. I don't know if he got a little bit of wing damage. Monster's on the charge back. So Monster unfortunately had that wing damage, so this is still not looking too bad for Monster. He's in 10th, but he's made probably his last pit stop.
He's in the points.
He is. After starting at the back of the grid, so you can't go wrong with this. Oh, Gav nearly had a look into maybe, but thought better of it. But Carl knows he's there, and Carl is just... Oh, has he gone wide? He has gone wide, but that's not a place to overtake. Gav is just
very impatient now.
Yeah, he's trying every little line that he possibly can. He's going to go a little bit defensive at this moment in time.
Yeah. Oh, I saw someone just lose a bit of wing. Was that Hosman? Was that Sociopath? I'm not entirely sure.
Let's have a look on board with them. Oh, was the Red Bull. Oh, Fanning gets very slightly outside the last corner. I'm not actually 100%. Gav's used a lot of his ERS. He was flashing down the main straight there. Not sure how he's managed that.
I think Sociopath's missing an end plate.
He is. He is missing an end plate. I'm trying to find it good on board. He is. He's missing his right front end plate, as opposed to his right rear end plate, which you don't have. Don't know why I felt the need to distinguish the two.
Oh yeah, really, really messes your race up when you lose your rear end plate.
I think Carl's lost his after a couple of nudges he's had. So has Gav, actually, funny enough. So single track that gap. Gav doesn't look. Oh! I think he got a little bit. And now Sociopath's forcing his way through. Sociopath decides to jink left for some unknown reason. Gav's trying to go side. Sociopath's now lost his wing.
The whole wing.
And Gav has got back through. I think that is more racing incident than anything. I think Gav got a bit of overspeed. Unfortunately with Carl. Carl's got away with it, so that's fine. I'm not too worried with it, especially with Shields. And that was Sociopath though. Moving on. I think the stewards may see some of that. Womax now from second has pitted single track. That gap has... Gav takes a bit too much on the exit, on the entrance of turn 1. But single track, that gap's gone to 2.4 now. It was down to less than 2 seconds and has got... Gav's gone really, really badly wide. He's lost his end plate as well at the top of Massenet. I think his tyres are going to be going off. They are. He's really, really struggling to stop the car now. Let's have a quick look at those tyres. 17 laps on those mediums. You said you've got them.
Looking at a move on Ziad.
He is.
Keeps it back though.
I'm glad you spotted that. Let's go and have a look at this battle. Genie's got 22 laps. They're both going to be looking to pit very, very soon. Now, who was with Womax? He's come out in 8th. So he is at the back of the Night Shadow car, basically the Ferrari tread. And that's where these guys are going to be hoping they don't. Now Ziad, the leader's pitted. So Genie has gone longer on the mediums than Ziad is on the hard tyre. Now then, is this he's going to be rubbing the lamp and hoping for some extra power.
And he may have a blue flag very quickly, because Alex Agiric's only just up the road.
I thought I saw a car. Yeah. And then he's got Error Voice just further up from there as well. Carl... hang on, let's have a look. So Night Shadow's pitted. He's got the softs on. They'll do the 15 laps probably at this stage.
Oh, I reckon they will, yeah.
Yeah, I think they will. You're going to have a lot less fuel on board to do that. Now, Single Track up into second. Is he going to try and go to the end, or is he going to try a set of softs as well? I have to say, Lumax was the one who pitted. I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. Earlier, and has jumped Ziad. And he's got Monster in between.
Yeah.
Monster doesn't have to... Right. Monster can go to the end as well. 8 laps on those. He can potentially go to the end, as if he looks after his tyres like we saw as Rob has. So I'm just keeping an eye. He's actually... Rob's got some serious pace. He's pulled the gap. He's not pitting yet either. He's pulled the gap to 3.3 seconds to Single Track.
Do you know what? I've been riding on board with Rob on and off all race, and it's honestly been like a masterclass in how to drive Monaco. He hasn't put a foot wrong all race that I've seen.
Woomax has got no front wing. We were just saying he's in prime location. He's made a mistake and got no wing. So let's hand it back to Ziad, potentially. How the tide swings, and now I think we've got Horseman behind. Oh yes, he has also pitted as well. Monster's catching in the back of Fanning on the charge after a 40 lost his end player. He made that fantastic move early on. There's your path now. Has got a little. Well, he has got clean air. He says the fastest lap of the race. I can't believe the gap that Rob's opening up.
Yeah, he's just driving away.
Yeah. Unless Martin's listening to the stream, he won't know how, or may not know if Genie's pitted or not.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd imagine he would, but I think Martin does have the stream on. Whether he listens to it and has sound on is another matter. Monster trying to have a look on the... Ooh, down the hill into the bush again and gets... Ooh, just about gets it stopped. Just about, but he's got the potential de facto race leader Ziad on his tail. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2. I'm not sure who that is. It's green now, though. Rob keeps on going, 25 laps. I mean, if he try, well, he hasn't stopped yet. Single Track can go at the end, whether he will or not. He has a large cushion to bit, and then you think it's about 20 seconds to Fanning, and so to Monster. You'd think Martin would try to go to the end. I think he will.
Yeah, I reckon he probably will at this point. Yeah,
it doesn't make sense to pit and get caught behind traffic in a place that you can't overtake.
I think Genie is desperately hoping for a safety car at any moment.
I think you're right. Even a virtual, would mean you'd come out probably ahead
P3.
of Carl.
P2, yeah.
Yeah, potentially 18 seconds.
He gives up.
Oh, he's got a 5 seconds. He's pitted. He's got a 5 seconds.
No.
Oh my god!
Oh!
Cannot believe it. What tyres is he putting on? It's going to surely be the soft tyres.
He's got the softs.
And, oh, there he goes. Finally, that was a glitch. He has got the softs, so he's going to be absolutely on charge. Where's Carl? He's coming through the last corner, so he comes out in second place as Rob. But 5-second penalty is going to be open to...
Pretty hefty gap there.
Yeah. Well, he was, what, about 20 ahead? That's a shot. I don't know how long this pit... There he is up the road.
That's a short pit lane, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't realise how short it was.
Yeah.
We was expected 25-ish seconds, but that's definitely not. Okay, so now then, Rob on the 13.5 seconds after Single Track as Woomax now and Hoseman both sitting fast lap times in a little bit of clean air. We've got this battle ongoing with Fanning, who has a penalty. Let's have a quick look at those penalties. 3 seconds. We know about the 5 for Rob. We know 3 seconds for Fanning, 3 seconds for Ziad. Night Shadow with 3, Alex with 3, and Emma Voice with 3 seconds worth of penalties.
Mind you, update, Rob's already got 5 seconds to bit.
Wow, yeah, and he's closed the gap. It was at 13 and a half, and he's closed it by about a second already. This guy's got the grit, the bit between his teeth.
This is an outstanding drive today from Genie.
It really is. That gap is that's ridiculous how quickly that's coming down.
It's falling.
Martin's going to see that. He'll know he's got 5 seconds. Oh, Spanny gets a big twitch out the last corner, but I tell you what, Ziyad's trying to come up alongside Monster, behind the side-by-side, going down the main straight. Monster's got the inside line, just about holds on. Ziyad's trying to try and get the switch back up the hill. So what he does, he gets through.
Very nice there.
That was very patient as well from Ziyad. Monster doesn't need to worry. He just needs to stick with these guys, though. He's got 7 seconds to Sociopath. Those guys ahead. Ziyad, I think Fanning's just let his teammate go through. That may hamper Monster a little bit in terms of those 3-second penalties and hoping, okay, just need to stick with them a bit. But Ziyad's got to get through Carl. And Carl is a roadblock, as we saw with his teammate earlier. Didn't allow his teammate through.
Wall all day.
Yeah, he has. That gap with Genie's 9 seconds already.
He's just flying.
That's
unbelievable.
It really is. This is going to be something to... I'm going to stick with the Ziyad and Carl battle.
I'll stick on board with Genie and just see how this develops.
Well, it's 8. I just said it was 9 seconds. Now 8.
Yeah.
So he's safe with his penalty. We know that. So he's... Unless something... Oh, I'm not going to say anymore, but he's guaranteed second. Sorry, said it. Fanning's dropping off the back of Ziyad. Ziyad has just got so much more speed. Wow, he's just cleared Carl. Don't know why Paul was joined, but good evening.
No, hello.
I don't know how you managed to get in the lobby, my friend, but okay. Is what it is. 6.9, that gap. Now, this is insane. I'll keep looking at that one. Oh, and he's gone. Thanks for coming. Always a pleasure.
Yes.
You're a little bit early for tier 1, my friend. You'll see that soon. Yeah, Sociopath has caught. That was 7 seconds to Monster, and I said he didn't have to worry. He's got to worry now. Yeah. I think Monster's tyres are going slightly. What tyres is he on? 13 laps on the mediums. He should be quicker than Fanning, though, at this point. He is not. He is suffering. And Sociopath, a lot fresher mediums, is now right underneath the rear wing. The acid man goes to the inside. Is he going to try and lay it on the brakes? He is on the inside. Monster leaves room. It's just not a very easy pass. Oh, he did. He got 3 seconds. That's just unlucky. I think that's more tried to leave room. It's just a tight place, and that's just so unlucky. Yeah. So now he's got to watch out for Wazza. 16 laps on his hard tyre. 6 seconds further back. That's about 3.5 after penalties. Still a great showing from Andrew.
Genie's got it down to 4.6.
That's insane. The Sociopath had another look into turn 1, and he's going to try the switchback. We saw that. And he gets the switchback up the hill, and he does the fresher tyres. Unfortunately, nothing Andrew can do about that. Now he's just got to watch behind and hopefully keep that 3 seconds to Wazza, who's got the nice shadow of 3 second penalties, and Wumax all over the back and hosepipe as well. So that's going to be a battle later on. Well, actually, only is a battle at the moment, but whether or not Monster falls into that trap with only 9 laps left to go, the gap at the front, I don't think I've ever seen a difference in pace around here like that.
No.
Ever.
Not this
I know
severe.
it's hard to soft tyres, and Martin's done a ridiculous amount of laps on those tyres. And so has Carl, funny enough.
But this is unbelievable.
It really is. We're going to wait as Wumax has got past Night Shadow. No, he hasn't. The side by side. Oh, that looks a bit hit and miss. That was a bit 2 into 1 does not go, and Wumax has now got through. But this is going to hold up Hoseman once again. Hosepipe is fallen foul of the way that cars and the cards have landed. I'm going to have to go back to this at the front, because this is going to be a battle to watch. Get rid of him as much as we can. He really has. I think Martin's just going to go, okay, what do I do?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the traction outside of Mirrorpore. Down through the tunnel. Oh, he's got good straight line speed. Genie's got quite a bit of his ERS left. What's Martin got? Oh, even more. Oh, hasn't used it really. Just little bits. here and there. But the grip through to back and through that, Rob has. He just turns it and the car goes exactly where he wants it to be. Martin running a little bit wider through that Simon section.
Yes. I love that this is the Simon section now.
Oh, he's going to have a look at the 2-1! Oh, there's contact!
Bit of contact! Oh.
That was a bit opportunistic. That was a bit optimistic. Not opportunistic, optimistic, to say it at least. This is going to help Ziyad really, really close the gap. He's got call it 9.5 seconds now. Rob's going to have a look at him. Martin parks his car right in the middle of the track. Martin wants this victory on track. He knows that Rob... Oh, a little bit of a tippy-tappy through there as well. We've seen that a few times tonight. But Rob, just the grip that he's got. Martin's struggling to the front more than the rear, I think. But Ziyad's taken it over a second out already. He only needs the 2 to take Genie because of the 5 to Rob and the 3 to Ziyad. So Rob desperately wants to get past. And I think he's probably got the pace to disappear 5 seconds up the road. Night Shadow having a good little battle with Wazza at the outer reaches of the points. Monster's got 6, so that's still 3 seconds. He's on the back of Sociopath, he's on the back of Fanning. So Monster's maybe just had a moment to cool his tyres and he's back on the pack there as well. Sociopath nearly having a look. What can Rob do now? Outside the last corner, gets a good drive. Martin a little bit squirrely. The close. Martin's using all of his ERS. Martin parks on the inside. Brian Rob to go. It goes left, folks. He can't really touch there. Rob takes a bit of the inside. Maybe that was a warning. Who knows? But 7 seconds now. Rob desperate. Martin trying to go on the outside of Marseille. There's a little bit of contact. That's opportunistic to say the least. They're trying to leave space. They are leaving space, but Rob gets through. I think there was a little bit of wheel bang, and I think that's not intended. I think that was just the way the track is, but there was room left, 110% around there. But Rob takes the lead. What can he do now? What can he disappear off into the distance with the last 5.5 racing laps? Martin's tyres, he is really struggling. You're right, it was red 5 Nigel at the front for Nostalgia. Unfortunately, it's not now. It's the green of the Aston Martin. I'm quite proud to say.
Yeah. Indeed,
as an Aston Martin driver, but that's a great comeback. Now then, what can he do about that gap? It's already a second at 4.6. Now Ziyad is on a charge. He has 3 seconds. If Martin can defend like he just did and park it right in the middle and use his ERS at the best moments, you would have to say Martin could potentially get another second place.
He could.
But it depends. What can he do with Genie? What can Genie do?
A bit of life out of Genie's tyres.
That's it, though, isn't it? He hasn't. Well, he got away straight away and hasn't. There, he's got the 1.7. You expect that to be more, but time running out. He needs another 3 and a bit seconds. But look at this battle now for 5th. Sociopath, Fanning, Monster, Wumax. Now he cleared. Night Shadow is on the back of this lot as well. 3 seconds for Fanning. 3 seconds for Monster.
Sociopath just misses the wall there.
He's done that a few times, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Come on, folks, if you like the racing that you've seen tonight. Oh, look at this. It's Wumax trying to have a look out the casino into Moboy. Thinks better of it. But if you like the racing, folks, you've seen tonight, hit the like button. Surely this deserves at least 10 likes. It takes seconds to do, folks. You're not even going to get rid of the video. You're still not going to miss any of the action. Oh, as Monster gets very twitchy, Wumax has decided, yep, that'll do, mate. Thank you kindly. And makes the move. So come on, hit the like button, folks, because come on, this is great racing round the streets of Monte Carlo. And we've still got Tier 1 to come.
Yeah, we have.
2.8 seconds the gap at the front. He's not running away with it. Ziyad's the one that's closing the gap. He needs to get through Martin and get another 3 seconds. Let's have another quick look at those penalties. 6 seconds, sorry, Ziyad's got. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Wumax already with Fanning. Side by side. Wumax. Oh, Fanning goes very deep. Clips the wall.
There's contact.
And I think as he bounced off the wall. How did he get away with no wing damage? How on earth did he do that? luck of the gods are with Fanning tonight. Night Shadow's getting a bit involved with this. He's closing. He's trying to get the 3-second gap, which he just about got from Wazza to keep hold of 9th. 3.7 now, 3.6. There's 4 more laps to go. We're on 6 likes so far, folks. Thank you to the other 3 who have hit the like button. So don't forget, come on, the rest of you, 26 of you. We want to get to 10. Not hard. And you know for a fact I'm going to move the goalpost as soon as we do. Who's that that's gone straight on? I think that might have been a lapped car. Further ahead. I think it is. 7 likes so far. Come on, guys. Ziad now on the back of single track. There he is. Single track, his tyres are absolutely screaming. He's pretty much going around on the rims right now. So the 5 retirements so far. Ryan, unfortunately, didn't go well for him this evening. Gatia and the 2 McLarens of Dumas, Hornet and Connor and Stube as well. So they've taken an early dip in the marina.
Yeah. Oh, and Genie's got the 5 seconds.
He has. Good point. He really has. So that's how. What can Ziad do? What can Ziad do about Martin? Is he going to try for the overtake? He's got a huge margin, nearly half a lap, nearly, to Bit, who's holding firm in force. This is a good drive from Carl. As Fanning and Womack side by side through Mirabov nonetheless. Fanning keeps ahead with his invincible Red Bull that doesn't want to take damage tonight.
Yeah.
But Womack's has got such better grip. Fanning's tyres. Let's have a quick look at those tyres. 24 laps he's done on those mediums, so Womack's just using the last of the softs. I expect nobody else is going to pit now. That's 6 seconds now. The gap at the front, Genie's got the gap he needed. There's no more mistakes, and he just needs to bring that car home for the next 2 racing laps. But I tell you what, Womack's is trying the inside. Fanning cuts it off. Womack's tries from the outside into turn 1 to Sandoval. Doesn't make the move. He's going to try the switchback. No! Fanning gets out at the end. That was wow.
Oh, he's looking at the inside though.
Oh, there's contact with Monster.
Oh, Monster's lost the front wing.
Yeah, I think because of that, Monster was not able to stop. Oh, and he can't get the car stopped. Oh, Monster, this is tragic. What a race he's had as well. Oh, I can't believe it for him. He's going to be absolutely devastated. Nothing he could do. And funny enough, Monster's caught the back of Night Shadow, and he did have that 3-second gap early on.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Ziad. Oh, try to have a look into Sandoval. That's a very close battle as well. Now, what can Martin do? Does Martin let him go and get the place back that he's really going to get? I think Martin's not going to do that.
No,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Fight to the death.
Yes, it is. Oh, it's going to try on the outside of Mirabel, really? Okay. I mean, he's trying a Monster. It's not something I would normally recommend, but okay. Go for it.
And this is just helping Rob at this point. I mean, not that he needs much help at this point, Rob, but this battle's just enabling him to drive away even further at this point.
It is. Martin got a good exit out of Mirabel once again, which is what he did against the battle with Rob.
Yeah.
And it just keeps him for that extra half a lap when we get to the Titan Twisting Monster. So unlucky. He was guaranteed some points there this evening. That is heartbreak.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for him. He was having such a good drive.
Yeah, he really was. And that, I think for me, that has got to be... So far, I think that's one of the overtakes of the season. If not the overtake of the season. Outside of Mirabel into... the hairpin is just...
Absolutely amazing move.
Yeah, who does that?
Monster, apparently.
Well, yeah. Yeah, exactly that. We are on the last lap. Believe it or not, it quietened down a little bit, and now we're on the last lap. And unfortunately, Genie, after that pit stop, is now coming up to lap his teammate. That's to add salt into the wounds for Andrew. Cyrus has been lapped. and has been lapped by Single Track and Ziad. That battle still ongoing. We're going to ride the rest of the lap with the man who has just been patient throughout this race and then put on the soft tyres and just went. Absolutely
amazing.
Incredible. Doesn't even get the fastest lap at this point, but just being steady away, doing very consistent, and there he is, rounds the final corner, and Genie will take a fantastic, incredible win. 5 seconds for his troubles, of course. That one's a penalty, but Martin's going to come across after holding up Ziad and takes another second. Fantastic race from 11th on the grid. Ziad takes third. Carl is still halfway around the track, but we will watch this battle because he's got Sociopath for close quarters. The final battle, and we've just lost a bit of sound.
Ooh.
Completely lost game sound there. Oh well. We'll make it up as we go along. Meow. It's a guy in quarter, isn't it? Meow, meow, meow. Alex has got a 3-second penalty. He's now battling down with our voice. Carl takes a great force. Sociopath is going to be next across the line in 6th place. That battle with Fanning did get through Fanning in the end. Not sure how, but Fanning, good comeback, takes 7th place. Loppy, wow, look at this. At the outer reach of the top 10. What's going on here? This car's all over the place. Night Shadow comes across the line with no front wing. Loppy's going to follow him. I don't know what's going to get sorted after all these penalties. Wow, Loppy takes 8th. Was Night Shadow in 10th. Takes a point with no front wing.
Gets a point.
Probably got a bit of sound back. What on earth happened there at the end? That was intense.
Yeah, very intense.
Very intense. Driver of the day was Monster, coming from the back of the grid. Who was your driver of the day? Was watch the podium celebrations?
The only person who it can be really for me is Rob. It's like I said, I rode on board with him. It was literally a masterclass in how to drive this track. He was patient. He picked the perfect strategy. Yeah, amazing, amazing drive by Rob there.
Yeah, I found it difficult to disagree. I'm going to go on a 50-50 split and go with Rob and Martin to come from 11th and to finish second as well with 0 penalties as well. I think that is something that cannot be overlooked. So they're the two, I think, for me on that one. So there we go. Yeah, exactly. That now, preliminary results before potential stewards' inquiries this evening. Genie takes the victory, as we saw. Fantastic victory it was. Single Track Red 5 takes second in the Alpine. Ziad takes third in the Red Bull. Carl, with a very, very strong drive, takes a distant but none be it a 4th place, and great points for him. Sociopath in 5th. Didn't quite work out in the strategies for him and Max today. Fanning takes 7th at the end. 8th for Floppy Loppy. Wazza in 9th. Night Shadow takes the final point in 10th. Horsman in 11th with the fastest lap of the race by quite a decent chunk actually as well. Everybody's in 12th. Monster in 13th. Alex in 14th. Firerooster was the last of the finishers. One lap down in 15th. The non-finishers, Redcar, Rambo, Gatian, Dumas Hornet, Connor and Stoob. That was a heck of a race.
I think that was the most fun Monaco race I've seen in MRC.
Yeah, that was fantastic. There was some great overtakes, some patient moves, and just really good driving. I think there was a few hit and miss moments that you're going to get in the street track. I'm sure we may have a few complaints in the stewards chat, but we'll see what happens with that. I think that was just a great race, and the pace from Rob was just outrageous.
Yeah, honestly,
Absolutely
it was
incredible.
unbelievable.
Really was. But there we are, folks. Tier 2 wrapped up in about 25 minutes' time. We will be back for Tier 1 action, where our race winner will be taking you through all the Tier 1 fun and games and shenanigans. But for us, it is time to take our leave. Thank you very much for watching. And we will see you again very, very soon. Have a lovely evening, everybody. Thank you, Simon. Always a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure, my friend. Anytime. And thank you all. And we will see you all very, very soon.